So about 6 months ago, I had a septoplasty because I had a deviated septum, which caused my nostrils to swell and I basically couldn't breathe out of them, which was really hard. So I want to give you some top tips if it's for you or for someone you know who's having the operation, or if you're just curious about what to do before and after to help, because I wish someone would have told me all the stuff. So I've made a little list. So before the op, at home, wash your bed in, clean your room, because there's nothing worse than coming back from an op and it just being a mess and you're going to be in bed for a while. So make sure everything's clean so you can just come home and get straight into bed. The night before, have a shower or a bath, because trust me, it will be hard to do that for a while. Take off all your jewellery. The hospital don't let you wear any for the operation, so all your earrings, rings, nose piercings, anything all over your body. There was this woman in the cubicle next to me at the hospital that had a nose piercing in and she didn't take it out, and she'd been waiting for just over a year for this op and she couldn't actually have it done because they couldn't get the nose ring out and she had to go home, which was really annoying. So on the day, in the morning or whenever your op is, take off all your makeup, clean your skin well, don't wear any makeup before your op. Make sure you get your nails taken off. If you've got fake nails on, nail varnish, SNS, acrylics, anything, take them off because they will legit not let you have your op. For the medical reasons, they need to be able to press on your nails to see your blood circulation and your oxygen. Don't wear any sprays like perfume, hairspray, deodorant, none of that's allowed. And what I did the night before and on the morning was I exfoliated my face, especially my nose area, because I get really bad blackheads here and you are not going to be touching that for a while after your op. So if you do get blackheads or if you like to exfoliate and stuff, do it before the operation because it is so sore afterwards, you're not going to touch your face for a while. So things to buy before your op: prepare all your food and your drinks, get loads of water. I basically lived off of soft foods because they stuff your nose after this op with like a cotton ball, like imagine cotton wool but really long, and it sort of winds up in all of your sinuses, so like you can tell it's there. You cannot breathe out of your nose at all, even if you tried, you just can't. I basically lived off mashed potato, gravy, broccoli, soup. Try and get some veg because you're going to be really run down, and it's obviously good to keep vitamins and stuff. Lots of water, and get some straws because you're not going to be able to drink like normal. So get some straws for water bottles or cups and glasses. I bought a brand new dressing gown and fluffy socks because when I was in the hospital, that's basically what you got to walk around in. And after the op, that's all I lived in for probably a week or so. I also got a hot water bottle and one of them like microwavable teddy bears because when I had the op it was kind of cold and I was in bed a lot, so I had one to sort of make me feel a bit better. Lots of painkillers. Get stock up on paracetamol, ibuprofen, and I actually got these called Veganin, and they are really good. They helped with the pain a lot. Lots of tissues because your nose will run and bleed like crazy. I've got a neck pillow like this one because they advise you to sleep upright, and you have to sit up for basically a couple weeks straight. So this is really good for that. I also bought a few magazines and puzzle type things to do because you don't know how long you're going to be waiting in the hospital for your op. Luckily mine wasn't that long of a wait. So get some magazines, maybe take your laptop or something, and for afterwards when you're just at home for so long, you got to have stuff to do. Like I had some artwork to do, so sort of just got on with that. One of the things I think that people don't think about is lip balm. Buy some lip balm because when I say you can't breathe out of your nose, you can't breathe out your nose. It's bad and you will struggle. I'm going to be honest, it's painful. It's really painful afterwards for a little while. You're going to struggle to breathe and to eat and to drink and to sleep. In I think 6 days, no word of lie, hand on my heart, I got about half an hour sleep, and that obviously caught up with me real bad, but you just can't because every time I dropped off to sleep I wake up because I start breathing out of my mouth and I'd start snoring. So I'd wake up straight away, and then the pain would just keep me awake. Because you breathe out of your mouth all the time for at least 2 weeks, my lips went so dry, so you definitely need to get some lip balm. And also, because of the pain, get some face wipes or flannel, because you're not going to be able to wash your face. One, because it hurts so much, and two, you can't actually bend down for a few days after the op, so you won't be able to like bend over to the sink and wash your face. Same with your hair, like you can't wash your hair really because you can't put your head back. So luckily I had my boyfriend with me who really looked after me when I had the op, and he literally had to wash my hair for me in the bath. You just can't move your neck, it's really dangerous. And some moisturiser for your face, because after the op your skin tends to get all like dry and obviously you'll run down and stuff, so I thought that was quite nice and helpful. After the op, my top tips would definitely be to drink as much water as possible, because I didn't, because I really struggled, and it's so hard even to swallow some water. It's ridiculous, but just try, and it hurts. It's like literally eating and drinking with your nose stuffed, and it hurts and it's hard, but you've got to do it, because if you don't, something bad will happen, like it happened to me, and I ended up fainting and being sick because I wasn't eating and drinking. That's why you need to get lots of water and lots of food, preferably soft, because it helps. Maybe some bread and toast and stuff, because that's supposed to help when you feel sick. I'd also, after the op, suggest definitely sleep as much as you can. Like I said, I could not sleep, and I'm not even joking, I could not sleep for days, and I would just stay up at night watching TV, just on my laptop doing all sorts. I think I watched Friends on repeat 5 times. I just could not sleep at all because of the pain and stuff. So definitely, when you can, try and get some sleep. It's so important, and it does help you recover and makes you feel better. Also, next to your bed, keep tissues, bottles of water, lip balm, and your chargers and stuff, like everything you need. And because obviously you're gonna feel so tired and stuff, so you're not gonna want to keep getting up unless you've got someone with you that's gonna do that. Just to keep feeling nice and stuff, wash your face with flannels and all wipes and stuff, just to keep hydrated, because obviously you can't bend down to do it. But that's just more of like the beauty side of it. So after the op, it hurts, it's painful, but it's so worth it, so worth it. And it does take a while to recover. The surgeon actually told me it's gonna take 2 weeks plus to recover, where if you Google it, I did a lot of research before and obviously didn't really find that much information or help about it. That's why I'm doing this video, to try and help everyone who's actually going to go through it, because it actually says online that it takes a couple days, 2, 3, 4 days to recover. And I found a video on YouTube that this girl said within 2 days she was better. No, that's a lie. It took me over 2 weeks. I had to get 2 weeks off work, and then I was still in so much pain. And I work with kids at the moment, so you can imagine so it's very painful, but it will be fine, and it is so worth it because I can breathe and it's so good. And it might sound stupid to people who don't have this problem with their nose, but the difference it makes it's honestly the best thing. So yeah, after the op, make sure if you work, you can get the time off way in advance. And the doctors actually give you this. It's a sinus rinse, and I was absolutely scared to do it because I don't like things going up my nose, but I did just have the op done. So it's just basically a bottle, and you fill it up with warm water and you get these sachets. But I'd suggest also buying another box, either before or when you feel better, of the sachets, because this has 60 in, what they give you for free, but I went through that so fast because I think you have to do it 3 times a day for about 8 weeks after the operation, and it starts to like get rid of the filling that's in your sinuses, the cotton wool type of thing. And when that's actually cleared out, you need to keep rinsing it to try and get all the mucus out and stuff, where it's obviously been blocked up for so long. So I need to wash it out quite regularly, and it doesn't hurt at all. It's absolutely fine. It's just, it feels like it is water going up your nostril and coming out the other one. So yeah, if you have any questions at all about it, I'm happy to answer anything. I hope I've helped, even if it's a little bit. And so you know, it does change your nose shape. They put a bandage on you that goes underneath your nose and behind your ears. I'd also suggest getting some of those if you can, like extra ones, just in case, because the day after my operation, or the night after even, I couldn't sleep. I was wide awake at 5 in the morning, and they gave me 3 of those bandages. So that was supposed to last for over 2 weeks for any sort of op stuff that comes out of your nose or blood. And it actually says in the leaflet they give you that if you bleed straight after the op, that's not right, and you should go straight to A&E. So while I kept waking up for the 5-minute sleep that I actually did get that night, I just kept bleeding and bleeding and bleeding, and I just read the leaflet again and realised that that shouldn't really be happening. So I woke up my boyfriend, and I think it was about 5 a.m, 4:35, and I'd actually changed the bandage 3 times and it had bled through so much that it was actually just dripping out of the bandage, and the bandages are proper thick as well, so that was obviously really worrying. So we went to A&E. We were there for hours and hours and hours, and that's actually where I ended up fainting because I hadn't drunk enough water and they took my blood. So I'm usually alright at getting my bloods taken, like I just get on with it, but because they took it and I hadn't eaten or drunk anything, I fainted in the middle of A&E, and I came round on this bed being wheeled into urgent care, and we were just there for hours and hours, and they just wouldn't let me go because I'd fainted. And I basically found out that they basically stitched the splints in my nose way too tight. That's why it was hurting so much as well. And the splints are basically big bits of plastic, and they put them up your nose on either side, and they actually go really far up, like up your sinuses, round here. You would literally not believe how big they are. I'll try and show you a picture. And they keep the bone, the septum, straight while it recovers. So yeah, they stitched that onto the septum too tight, and that's why it was bleeding so much. So I was just on a drip in A&E for hours and hours, which was not good, and it was very painful. But yeah, when you get your splints out, it's the best feeling from not being able to breathe, having swollen nostrils all the time, to not being able to breathe at all, being in agony after the operation, to then the cotton stuff in my sinuses disappearing, and over a couple of weeks, I think it takes about 10 days, and then I got my splints out, and oh my god, it's the best feeling ever. I can't even explain it. Unless you go through it yourself, I don't think you'll fully understand, but let's just say I cried. It's actually not that painful, it was just discomfort type of thing. But I think I don't want to worry if you're getting this done, but just remember it's the best feeling, and you can breathe afterwards and it fixes everything. But mine hurt a little bit because they tied it too tight on my septum, so they had to sort of snip the stitches off first and then pull them out. And they gave me some anaesthetic spray, which I wish I didn't have, because if you do suffer with anxiety or panic attacks, like I do quite bad, not panic attacks anymore luckily, but I do get quite bad anxiety, especially before, when I had that nose problem and you couldn't breathe, and like people were telling you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. You can't do that. Like, people don't understand unless you truly have it yourself. It's not painful when you get your splints taken out, it's the best, and it was just so great. If you have any questions about anything, I'm happy to help as much as I can. Just remember my tips and I'll answer as many questions as I can.